Hey guys, hope everything's going well. Um, at the end of the video, if you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment below. This is gonna help get the algorithm, get more people to watch my videos. If you think more people should watch my videos, please do so. Anyways, I wanted to get into the topic once again of sports cards and looking at the ratings and also looking at the salary cap. And some sports have a different way, they have a luxury tax situation in the MLB. But I wanted to look at football right now. And in the NFL, the last few days, Tom Brady restructured his contract, and this would allow potential free agents to come back to Tampa Bay, such as Antonio Brown, Gronkowski, maybe Chris Godwin, and who knows who else would come about. And if you look at another player, Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs, he also restructured his contract where he could potentially get more people coming to his team or having some free agents, that were on the Chiefs, go back to the Chiefs. And I'm looking at this from a perspective that the NFL salary cap is going down. Why did the NFL salary cap go down? Number one, the revenues were not so hot last year. The revenues were down about $4 billion because of COVID. There were no fans coming in. And also the NFL ratings weren't so hot. So that doesn't help as well. And if you look at it, in the future, next few years, probably more people will be in the stands, but we shall see how this COVID variant is going to be in the coming years. And in addition, even though the NFL has signed contracts with, Amazon and whatnot, they're getting paid decent money, but in terms of the weakness of the NFL right now is the ratings still haven't been so hot while people were at home this year. And, I'm going to watch football no matter what. Sundays will be empty. I could tolerate the NFL. I can't tolerate, the NBA, just being honest. I will watch the finals. I will watch maybe some playoff games like I did last year. Luka Doncic is, fun to watch. I liked watching, the guy that used to be on the Bulls with the Heat. Forgot his name. Jimmy Butler? Yeah. So I do like watching Jimmy Butler play and, looking at his work ethic. It's pretty insane. It's pretty cool. But, that being said, the NFL, and you could argue other sports as well, they do have a problem in the future. If the rating continue to do poorly, the next contract that comes about, these networks are not going to pay the same amount. And in addition, one popular player, Tom Brady, is not going to be there. So, that's going to change, the way that we're going to have to invest in sports cards, specifically, the NFL market. And, it's good to see there are players like Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady who are selfless in the sense that it's not all about the money. It's not all about the Benjamins. It's about winning. It's about, there's no such thing as I in team. It's a team sport. While you have other players such as, Deshaun Watson that have been complaining that he's not being treated well. And I could see why he's mad because they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, who's now with Arizona. But at the same time, he signed a deal of 4 years and over $100 million after the fact DeAndre Hopkins was gone. And now he's throwing a fit. He's throwing a fit after he got the money. So, when I see that and, he doesn't want to restructure his contract and is complaining, you have to look at the salary cap, man. I mean, Russell Wilson, I hope he comes to the Bears. But there's another problem where, you're paying guys, over 20 some $million a year. Guess what? You're on a limited budget. And I understand you don't want to get hit. But sometimes, you got to take sacrifices, such as taking less money. And, I understand people want to get paid, but, if you want to win in this game, sometimes you have to make these tough decisions like Tom Brady has. And that's why he was able to win 7 titles thus far, more than Peyton Manning. I think that Peyton Manning was a better quarterback than Tom Brady. But the reason why Tom Brady won is because he's selfless. He took less money. And obviously he was able to build his team and win more than Peyton Manning. Now, in terms of investing, like I said, with the revenues going down in the NFL, with the poor ratings going on, a salary cap may go up in the next 2 to 3 years, but over time, it's going to go down. And I want to look at players that are going to be selfless, like Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes has shown that, okay, he's going to do whatever it takes to win, even if it's less money. And he makes millions of dollars with endorsements. So, I told you that I'm looking for, the next crash and trying to figure out which players I want to invest in the long term. And yes, I will be selling some Mahomes cards before when I believe the crash is going to come, which is in the next 2 years. So, maybe 3-4 months from now, I may sell one of his 2017 Optic Holo PSA 10 cards. But at the same time, next 3 years, I may want to buy that card back again. I may even buy his Prism card from 2017, his rookie. It may be a good valuation. And, the more that he decides to restructure his contract, the more bullish I'm going to be on him. Patrick Mahomes definitely needs help, especially with what you saw last year. He needs his offensive line to take care of him. And sure, they were injured. It was an extenuating circumstance. Sure, his toe was dinged, so he couldn't run around like he wanted to. And he had other injuries as well. But the fact that he is willing to be selfless, like I've said many times here, that's something that I want to look at from a long-term hold. And, I do some flipping here and there. I'm going to be involved in star stock, but I'm just looking at the big picture. And if there's other quarterbacks that decide to act like Brady, decide to act like Mahomes, those are the QBs that I'm looking at. And obviously, I'm also looking at another factor, the Wonderlic score. I don't want to invest in quarterbacks with low Wonderlic scores as well. Like I said, Lamar Jackson. In this day and age, you need to have, in my opinion, a high IQ to be successful because of the complicated schemes. And you've seen the last, 20-some years, 23 years, mainly all of the quarterbacks have an above average IQ. And that's what I'm looking at. So, yeah, we need to take into consideration the ratings, the revenues of the NFL, and the salary cap in terms of investing, and who's willing to do whatever it takes to win, obviously in the right way. And, that sometimes taking a pay cut to build around your team. And if you do that, that's who I want to invest in, quarterback-wise, because the league is all about quarterbacks. And, these quarterbacks can complain all they want, but at the end of the day, that's no excuse. You got to find a way to win. And, Brady has shown that, and it looks like Mahomes is going to follow in his footsteps. The only thing with Mahomes is, he's one ACL injury away from, becoming a so-so quarterback. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all this. Once again, subscribe, hit the like button, comment below, whether you agree or disagree. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.